The beef in Philadelphia is still cooking, but Joel Embiid decided to throw more gasoline on the flame? Let's talk about that coming up in just a minute. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here with Unfair Sports, where we take a pensive approach to the sports conversation. And in this video, we're going to talk about the 76ers and Joel Embiid's statement about his love for Ben Simmons.
All right, so Jay, before we pivot to the NFL preview, something we love doing every single year,
my favorite thing of the year.
Let's take a quick trip to the NBA and the land of Philadelphia, city of brotherly love.
Give it to me.
Where we had a Joel Embiid story speaking about this situation that they have with Ben Simmons,
right,
in terms of him not wanting to return to the team supporting him at first, and now they're looking for a trade partner. Big asking price, Daryl Morey and his I don't like Daryl Morey, but he's in this as well, obviously, since he's actually not even the GM. It's still Elton Brand, but he's one
the
of the
president. He's the president
so
of
he's,
basketball. So he's over Elton. He's Elton Brand's boss.
Right, which is even worse in my opinion, because I like Elton Brand as a GM. But anyhow, so Joel Embiid talked about this supposed rift between he and Ben Simmons that people have said has been there for the last 3 or 4 seasons, that they don't like each other, don't play well together. Here's what he said. So he denied a report that he had a rift with Ben Simmons in a series of tweets saying that he loves playing with Ben Simmons. He said this. He tweeted, "Stop using my name to push people's agendas. I love and hate drama. Okay. I love playing with Ben. Stats don't lie. He's an amazing player, and we all didn't get the job done. It's on me personally. I hope everyone is back because we know we are good enough to win." So, Jay, flying in the face of what people have traditionally said, that they don't play well together and that they don't like each other, he's saying that that is a lie, that he loves Ben Simmons and he wants him back on this team. So can you explain to me why he is saying this, and especially if Joel Embiid is telling the truth?
Well, I don't know. I don't think it's fair to say that he likes Ben Simmons, that we're creating a false narrative around him. And I'll say that to say this. If I'm correct, wasn't there reports like at the beginning of Ben Simmons' career that NBA players did not like him?
Yes.
I want to make sure that I wasn't crazy when I say that. People don't like Ben Simmons. Something about him, his attitude, his arrogance, something. There's people that just do not like him. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's going to bleed over into the league because now he's a pro basketball player. So why wouldn't it bleed over? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Joel Embiid saying that he enjoyed playing with Ben Simmons and everything. His face told us that he didn't enjoy playing with Ben Simmons after him passing on that dunk in the freaking playoffs. Yeah. He passed on a dunk, passed it, and thing got turned over. That told me right there, yeah, he's starting to get tired of it. Because if it's someone that you enjoy playing with and they make a mistake, you don't react that way to where everyone recognizes you react. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, we've seen Ben Simmons pass on stuff and everything, and we've seen Joel Embiid's face where Joel Embiid doesn't really make that type of facial expression. You could see the disgust on his face when Ben Simmons passed on that dunk. And because of that, I think he's doing this just to play on the media and give us and say the right things in front of everybody. Mm-hmm. As much of a troll as he is, he wants to make sure he still says the right things. Mm-hmm. He's pretty good at that. You can tell that he's very meticulous about the words that he uses and the things that he says. He knows what he's doing. And so he's just trying to lighten up the situation. But he knows damn well he don't like Ben Simmons no more. Mm-hmm. That he wants Ben Simmons traded too. He needs another point. He's a point guard that's going to shoot. He needs someone that can handle the perimeter instead. Now, for Ben, I hope they trade him. At this point, he just needs to go. It's just not working. Period.
It has reached toxic proportions. That is true.
Yeah, toxic in every capacity. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Well, Joel Embiid is lying. We do know that.
He never met up.
But I know why he's lying, because like you said, he's meticulous about his words.
Yes.
And therefore, he's also meticulous about the intention of his words. And I know why he's doing it. First thing, how we know he's lying. One, we know that Ben Simmons does not make his job easier, because all he does is get people in the paint surrounding Joel Embiid where he can't go to work the way he wants to. Joel Embiid would play in the paint 100% of the time if he could, but he had to develop an outside shot because of all those people that were packing in the paint, because they know Ben Simmons can't shoot, and because they know all he's going to do is try to just ram himself into the lane, and you need more guys there because he's 6'10" and just a unicorn. So we know he's lying because of that. We also know this because saying that you love playing with Ben Simmons, at least as far as what I've seen, now I could be wrong. I don't read all of his tweets. I don't even follow him. But maybe he said something like this before. But I have never, ever heard him say that he loves playing with Ben Simmons and there's no rift. So if that's the case, why did it take you all this time to say that you love playing with Ben Simmons and that there is no rift, right? It doesn't make sense until you get to the third point. Here's the reason why he's saying this. You are right. He does want Ben Simmons traded. He knows that they don't like each other. He knows that he makes his job harder. But here's what I know. Joel Embiid, and you see this a lot in the NBA, being the star, they're getting into the front office conference rooms more when they're talking about deals, potential deals, etc. What Joel Embiid knows is that he's not going to get Damian Lillard. He knows that Philly has probably tried, but he knows he's not going to get Dame.
Every time they call Portland, Portland's like,
right, exactly. So he not only knowing that, but he knows the other 1 or 2 or 3 deals that are potentially out there on the table. And he doesn't like any of them. He doesn't like any of those players, and he knows that any of those players probably don't match or exceed what Ben Simmons provides. So he's saying, well, we might as well stick with him. I might as well keep him. If you're saying I got to play with D'Angelo Russell, who I'm not saying is a bad player, but he probably doesn't like him over Ben Simmons. So given what they have available, he's like, I'd rather just keep Ben Simmons. So in order to help that, let me say something that Ben Simmons will hear that will potentially get him into camp, since the word is Ben Simmons is not planning to report to camp and definitely wants to be traded.
I mean, Ben's not wrong for that either. They've been publicly trying to trade him.
After they said they had a plan, that's what really pissed me off, is Doc Rivers saying that we've got a plan for him, we can help him, and that's exactly what I thought that they should do, especially since he finally hit rock bottom and there was nothing to deny and no place to turn. And then you come right around, and I blame Daryl Morey for this, and it's trade Ben Simmons. That's why I don't like Daryl Morey. Crap like that.
It's like, hey Doc, we need a plan of attack. I got a plan. Attack. Coach, that's not a plan. That's what it feels like in this situation when it comes to Doc Rivers and Ben Simmons. So, yeah you're probably right. He's trying to lighten things up so that Ben will come back into training camp. They can at least get started with the season, and hopefully by the trade deadline, someone's like, screw it, we'll take Ben Simmons. We'll offer up a little bit more. We'll give you this player. We're going to blow ours up anyway. It's better to start with a 24-year-old who we can probably help mold into something over the next 6 years. Yeah. It makes sense.
I mean, if he knew Dame was coming to town, he either wouldn't have said this or he would have said something to kind of push Ben Simmons.
He wouldn't have said a word. He wouldn't have said a word. He wouldn't have said a word
nothing to mess this up.
If they would have hit him up and said that, all right, we've got a trade on the table, we're going to get Dame or somebody that he wants, he's going to be like, okay. He's going to.
Yep. Okay, you're right. Nothing to mess this up.
Nothing.
So that lets you know that they don't have anything for Dame Lillard. You think Dame wants to be in Philly? Or you think he wants to stay in Portland?
I think he wants to stay in Portland. The problem with Philly is they're asking for James Harden level assets when it doesn't make sense because Ben Simmons is not James Harden level.
No,
he's not even Anthony Davis level.
That's exactly right, because they probably could have done a deal with Golden State if they weren't asking for Wiseman, Wiggins, and the 7 and 14 pick, which turned out to be Kuminga and Moody, and both of those guys are ready to play.
Yeah, in this year's draft. If they would have taken one of those first and maybe a first the year after, that would have made more sense to go ahead and go. But now they wanted because they wanted both those and future picks, and it's like,
right, exactly. Really, Daryl Morey,
Ben Simmons, guys. He's Ben Simmons. I mean, he's 24 years old and he's pretty raw, but no, that he's not worth that much. No. Everybody has value, and unfortunately, his value isn't. His value's high. It ain't that. I
mean, what NBA players would be worth that from the Warriors? Just hypothetically, Wiseman, Wiggins, Moody, Kuminga, and a first-round draft pick next year, or your first and second next year. Who is worth that?
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
James Harden.
Maybe Giannis.
Maybe
Harden. No, I would not give that up for Harden. You at least got to be a champion for me to do something like that.
Dame.
Even for Dame, I would be more inclined to go Dame than Harden, because I think Dame is more of a grown-up. But even that will be tough for me. Kevin Durant, yeah, absolutely. Right now.
Tomorrow.
Right now.
Yesterday.
I don't care that he's 32.
I did 31. 3 years. I would do it 3 years ago.
Exactly.
I mean, 3 years ago as of today. Like,
I would have done it 5 minutes after he tore his calf, his Achilles.
Oh, yeah. A minute. Wait, he tore his Achilles? We'll take him.
Yep.
Here, I'll give you everything. I'll give you the next 10 picks.
Yeah.
He's the guy that can do it. So.